is a gloomy Thursday in Southwest Ohio, but we are back with the Hopeless Fan podcast, coming live from Zack's Hitler bunker deep in his new house. Zack, a homeowner. Give of Michael Scott and Dwight. I'm a homeowner while they're eating subs on the floor of an empty living room.
By God, is that Ava Braun I spot over there?
Take this pill, Zack. Just bite into it, and it'll do the rest. Zack, it's been a fun week.
Has it?
You're moving in, so you're a homeowner now. So
right, but the moving in process has been absolute dog shit.
Yeah, I walked into your house for the first time. I saw the paint and everything, and I'm like, that's what I dread. Not to shit on you, but that's just the stuff I dread about moving, and just when you're living in the new place, but you're not all the way there yet. Yeah. I know when Scotty and I moved in together, for like a week and a half, we didn't have a couch yet, because I was getting my parents' couch, and it was just, I mean, it's just you're just like, I think for the first, you want it to be complete. You want it to just be done. For
the first month that I lived in the condo after my sister moved out, I had my TV was just on the floor.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a TV stand yet.
Right. And I remember my first year, in junior year in college, I moved into a house and had a air mattress that was deflating for like a good 2.5 weeks.
First 2 nights we were here, we slept on the air mattress for you. Yeah. It was my back can't take it.
Yeah, so 2.5 weeks I woke up at 3 a.m, sometimes completely hungover, sometimes still drunk, or I wasn't home by 3.
And it's collapsing in on you like a dying star.
It's dying in on one side. Yes, correct. So, yeah, but of course you'll be done soon. But even better this week, we went to your first trip back to the sports book, second trip. Yeah. First time we chilled there, though. We had a lovely dinner. They got some grub, dude.
Well, that pretzel was just...
That's a good snap. But yeah, Zack and I, of course, start our night with a loser last night. Reds Cubs under 9.
Whoops.
Tough. It was at 8, and we were hoping one more run didn't score. And it turns out 10 more runs were scored. The Reds bullpen just abysmal, but they won. They're in a delay right now. They were supposed to start about a half an hour ago, but nice to be back. We laid some bets. You want to talk a little bit about what you bet?
Yeah, I also bet the Pirates money line, which didn't hit. Yeah. But I went 1 for 3, which in my book is a win if it's your first visit back. As long as you get a win, your first visit back, that's a good visit.
Yeah,
something you can hang your hat on. You have some money to play with when you go back. The Pirates under.
Yeah,
against the Brewers.
How about credit to me not robbing this guy? Who we were at the kiosk. Why do I always forget that word? We were at the kiosk betting, and next to us at the kiosk there was a couple people behind us in the line, but they're socially distant kiosks. There's about 4. There's 4 in a row, and then behind you there's 4 in a row, and only one of them's open on each side. And so next to this, on this kiosk screen that isn't in use, not available to use, there's just a stack of cash vouchers. And basically a cash voucher is, instead of going up to the ticket and getting your cash, you can put it in the machine that spits you out a cash voucher, and they just scan it, give you the cash. So this, on top of it, there was a cash voucher for $220, and I'm like, why is it still so? I almost thought it was a trap.
This is like you pick it up, and then Chris Hansen comes from around the corner and says, "Why don't you have a seat?"
Yeah, it's like, what were you spending that $220 on? That ticket's $17. I wasn't doing anything. These texts would say otherwise.
Yeah, what did you bring with you? Did you bring anything with you? You have these condoms?
Yeah.
And Mike's Hard Lemonade?
Oh, you stopped and got a pizza, huh? Oh.
That indicates intent. That's what we call in the business as intent.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we got him.
We got him. All right, but basketball, I think, has actually just started. Utah and New Orleans. Do we know if Zion played?
All indications were that he did, but I mean, he could have been a game time decision. But I checked when Scotty called me earlier, and we were talking about
in a frenzy.
But we were talking about this game, and he had asked me if Zion played, and he said, "Oh, it's starting at."
It should have started 20 minutes ago. Why isn't there a score?
What happened?
Something's happened. Who got COVID? And it's weird. It's the Jazz. That's the first game back. I feel like that's a sick joke.
Cut to Mark Cuban looking at his phone. Yeah. Bubble canceled. What?
Pelicans trailing 4-3. Are you worried yet?
Oh, not at all.
I'm just obviously. Zion is playing.
Yeah.
Zion to play an NBA restart in short burst. Because that's all he can take, because he's so fat, right, Zach?
14 minutes is probably all he'll play.
Yeah.
And he'll still hit 2 threes, and everybody think he's the second coming of Christ.
I was today years old when I realized Lonzo Ball was still in the Pelicans. All right. Other news. Veteran LaShawn McCoy has signed with the Bucks.
LaShawn chasing rings McCoy.
Recycled joke.
Mm-hmm.
Saw it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
That's okay.
Yeah.
They didn't hear it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have known if you hadn't said anything.
Yeah, Zach, yeah, that's true. Zach and I thought we were going to be super sharp yesterday, driving to the book right when the news came out about, is it Daryl or Darren Williams? Damian, of course. Damian Williams, Super Bowl hero, should have been Super Bowl MVP, said he was going to opt out. And we're like, okay, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, over 750 rushing yards. That's it. Would have been easy money. And obviously they took it down. Mm-hmm. They took the prop down by the time we got there. So a miss by us. But yeah. Shady. I still hate how he runs with the ball in one hand. Another, it looks like we got Bills rookie sent home after positive virus tests. Okay. Phillies have 2 positive tests. Okay. And umpire Jerry West, have you ever seen a picture of him, sidelined after taking a bat to the head?
Umpire, his name is Jerry West?
Yeah.
Weird coincidence.
Very weird. Not the logo, Jerry
Not the
West.
Not the logo in men's baseball either.
Right. And Tom Coughlin injured his ribs, lung, and bicycle accident. So we haven't done NFL.com Irrational Reactions in a while. So it seems like the bicycle
he was putting his bicycle onto the bicycle rack on the back of his SUV, and he injured his whole body.
Yeah, it was more of let's put this bike on Eli Manning's back since my whole career was been on Eli's back in the first place. That's all I'm saying. We should do a little
Let's do it off the cuff. Dude, you read my mind. I was just about to say that we're on the same wavelength. It's the Fireball wavelength.
We did take a shot of Fireball before this.
Just to get things frisky.
Full disclose. Okay, running back McCoy joins Brady on Tampa Bay on 1-year deal. That's the real McCoy for you, always chasing rings.
The real McCoy. There you go.
Bills send rookies home to conduct virtual meetings. Josh Allen. Who can I overthrow if these rookie receivers aren't here? New Seahawks DB Adams. My plan is to retire here. He retires the next day. He said, I didn't say when. I didn't say when I'm going to retire. Vikings place Anthony Barr on reserve / COVID-19 list. Anthony Barr, the bar's not very high for the Vikings season. Roundup, Packers kicker Mason Crosby placed on COVID-19 list. Says the test was a false negative, and his opinions on it are far wide right. Harbaugh, I respect Lamar's opinion on signing AB. Also Harbaugh, why the fuck would you say that? Kelsey scoffs at Mahomes' top 100 rank. It's TV land. I love the Andy Griffin Show. Freeland, 6 teams ready to rock with new play callers. Who's the 7th team and where is Shine when you need him? Titans GM, Beasley's absence from team unexcused. Zach's home having a Hitler bunker unexcused. His last name's Beasley, so that's why. Titans GM.
All right.
$2,000 out of my pocket right now to you if you tell me who the Titans GM is.
Nope.
Would have been amazing, though, if that was one of those random things.
I know, right?
Go ahead.
Like, you are in trouble, buddy. Okay, running back. McCoy joins Brady in Tampa Bay on 1-year deal. He can throw the 5-yard. Might as well play quarterback because he can throw 5-yard slants just as well.
Easy.
Bills send rookies home to conduct virtual meetings. Rookies send Bills home to conduct virtual meetings.
Okay.
New Seahawks DB Adams. My plan is to retire here. Let me start over. New Seahawks DB Adams. My plan is to retire here. Seahawks waive him in the offseason. All right. Vikings place Anthony Barr on reserve COVID-19 list. Insert Secretary Barr joke. Roundup. Packers kicker Crosby placed on COVID-19 list because he was born in 1919. Harbaugh, I respect Lamar's opinion on signing AB, but he wasn't here when Ray Rice bodied his wife. Kelsey scoffs at Mahomes' top 100 rank. It's TV land. I was legitimately pissed when they named Lamar Jackson as number one.
I was going to ask you about this right afterwards.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, I guarantee Zach's mad about that.
We'll get to it. Freeland, 6 teams ready to rock with new play callers.
I want to rock.
Yeah. All right. Titans GM Beasley's absence from team unexcused. I still thought he was with the Bills.
All right, here we go. Was that Vic Beasley?
I don't know. I thought it was Cole Beasley. I thought that's who they were talking about.
No, I think it's Vic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely Vic. He was with Atlanta.
Hand up. That's on me.
Okay.
Well, Cole Beasley's such a journeyman, too. He was with he's only with 2 teams, right? The Cowboys and the Bills. Mm-hmm. Still with the Bills. Hand up.
Okay. All right, we are going to go... Okay, well, first, what was your thoughts, Lamar Jackson? Number 1 player in the NFL.
Absolutely unexcusable. Inexcusable. Unexcused. As the Titans GM would say, unexcused. It's just... It doesn't make sense. Why would they... obviously, it's Mahomes. And then after that, you have to go with... I can see them putting Lamar in top 5. I wouldn't put him in top 5. I'd put him at 7. It just feels like a number 7 kind of guy. Mm-hmm. But to put him at number 1 is just infuriating to me because I'm going to start getting all this hate because people are just going to assume that I'm going to be like, hey, fuck yeah, fuck you. And then... Well,
it's kind of the opposite because you're also the guy who's like, oh, whoever the Ravens are playing, you're like, bet the other team.
Right.
Like that. So, and even with a lot of...
Yeah.
You don't really back up your team that much, but you are a diehard fan, but you just...
I back them up with my spirit, not with my money.
Okay.
And then the other thing was all the Ravens players on Twitter, doubled down, yeah, he's the fucking best. You're not helping. You're making it worse for the fans.
So I was driving today, and... ColinCowherd had a take that Patrick Mahomes was absolutely ranked appropriately.
Of course he did.
Yeah. And
Why wouldn't he?
He started the segment with I don't have a lot of friends in media. I'm like, oh, you think so? He's like, media guys aren't, they don't take a stand. They don't want to get criticized. They're too passive. He's like, that's why all my friends really are businessmen. They're aggressive. And they get what they want in life. I'm like, dude, toot your own horn. I think that's tooting your own horn. So I wanted to play this clip from the ColinCowherd, the herd. You are live. This is the herd, broadcasting from sunny Los Angeles. Thank you for listening wherever you may be.
It's time for the herd line news.
Here's what ColinCowherd had to say about Patrick Mahomes being number 4. He thinks which is appropriate.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I love those pregnant
where
pauses.
Patrick Mahomes was outplayed by Jimmy Garoppolo for 3.5 quarters.
ColinCowherd was divorced.
Midway through the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl, with superior weapons and a superior veteran coach.
He's definitely sleeping with that chick who does the show.
Patrick Mahomes had no touchdowns, 2 picks, and should have had 3. And was outplayed. Outplayed by Jimmy Garoppolo.
In one game?
Did television not work?
Real quick, Zach, while I'm doing this, look up the 2018 AFC Championship game. I want to see a box score of the 2018 AFC Championship game. All right, continuing on with ColinCowherd. This is the herd.
Did you watch the game that he trailed at home to Houston 24-0 in the playoffs? Or where he was shut out in the first half the year before in the AFC Championship against Bill Belichick and looked awful, finished the game completing 50% of his throws, and trailed by 4 touchdowns entering at home the 4th quarter? Or did you watch him get outplayed by Jared Goff a couple years ago?
So real quick, before I keep going, Zach,
awful, finished the game completing 50% of his throws and trailed by 4 touchdowns entering at home the 4th quarter.
Did the Chiefs ever trail by 4 touchdowns in this game?
All right.
That's what ColinCowherd just said.
Let's look at it. So you have 14 in the first half, 14-0, then 17-0, then 17-7.
It wasn't even 17-0, was it? Oh yeah, it was. There's a misprint right here on the score.
Yeah. 17.
It's not. It was never even 17-0. It was 14-7.
14-7. Then it was 17-7.
Yeah. So
going into the 4th.
Yeah. So his biggest deficit was 14, and Colin just decided to bump it up by 2 touchdowns. We continue.
Or did you watch him get outplayed by Jared Goff a couple years ago?
get outplayed by Jared Goff a couple years ago in the greatest game we've seen in the last 2 years.
Right.
It was the 58-48 game or something like that. If you want to just hit that button with the Chiefs.
Okay.
Just hit that button with the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. You'll be right there. You're 2 clicks away. Go down. Mm-hmm. Keep going. Keep going.
Yep.
Find the Rams. Box score it right there. The 9 and nope. Right there.
No, I got you.
No, you're on the Raiders.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
why don't you fucking calm down? Your
Right.
fucking sausage
Go
fingers.
up. Go up to there.
There
go.
it is.
It's right there. You just had to look. 54-51. But Patrick Mahomes was outplayed by Jared Goff. Patrick Mahomes in this game. Let me scroll down. Mahomes.
There he is.
478 yards, 6 touchdowns.
33 for 46, might I add. 117 passer rating.
Yeah. So he threw 3 picks, which I remember watching that game. 2 of them were in desperation. But go ahead, Colin. Keep it going.
Patrick Mahomes is unbelievably talented.
Oh, a good point.
But he admitted, quote,
Hot
late
take.
this year, unquote, I learned how to read a defense. He is not without fault. I'm going to throw a number at you and you're going to be surprised. I'm going to tell you this. He's not the best athlete in the league at quarterback.
That's not what the list said.
4.840. Lamar Jackson is twice the athlete.
Correct,
Lamar
but that's not what
Jackson's
the list is
fastest
about.
player
Right.
On his football team. Patrick Mahomes may not run the fastest 40 at quarterback for the Chiefs. He's a 4.840 guy. He's not as
Runs under
dynamic
5.
athletically as Lamar Jackson. He's not.
That's basically the premise of it, that Colin brings up games that Mahomes lost, even though Mahomes was unreal in both of them, the New England game, and then the Super Bowl, we're going to discredit the guy for coming back from double digits down to the 49ers in the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl in his second year. But because he's not as good of an athlete, like, no kidding. It's like, Tom Brady. Tom Brady a couple years ago, he wasn't as good of an athlete as Tyreek Hill. I'll go out on a limb and say that.
I would. I would say this, though. I could see them putting Russell Wilson ahead of him because Russell Wilson
he carries undrafted guys to playoff appearances.
Right, and he went to a Super Bowl in his second year?
But what has he had since the Legion of Boom separated?
Right, but he went to 2 Super Bowls and should have won both of them.
And he's the one that blew it.
Well, did he blow it, or was it whoever was calling the offensive plays blew it?
Oh, so you're saying a quarterback is in the Super Bowl, you give him credit for it, but he doesn't have the power to audible into a run if he thought it was so smart? Bottom line, he threw the pick that ended the game, and all the heat went to Pete Carroll and not him. That's like the greatest, he should be a GOAT in NFL history, but it ends up being Pete Carroll. I'll never understand that. But my thing with Colin is he's bringing up a regular season game where Mahomes threw 6 touchdowns, and he's bringing up an AFC Championship game that Mahomes lost in overtime. But he's saying Lamar Jackson when... Sorry, Zach, but Lamar's 0-2 in the playoffs.
I know, exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. I quoted a tweet from Lamar Jackson, and I said... Can we just win a playoff? Chill. Can we just win a playoff game first? Right. I love the guy to death. I can't wait to see what his career looks like. But for the love of God, before we get all this big truzz, meet me outside the bank. Can we win a goddamn playoff game first?
Moving on, the Mount Rushmore of The Office cold opening. Scotty will be joining us later for Boardwalk and who tweeted that. But for now, we're going to move to Mount Rushmore of The Office cold openings. Maybe when Scotty comes back, we'll reveal that we did it, but we'll just say, give us your top ones.
Yeah. Let's see what he says.
See what he says.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, since you're the bigger Office fan than me.
I guarantee he just goes off. He gives some lame ones because he's going off the top of his head. He didn't write any one down.
Exactly. Okay. We'll see what he does. All right, Zach, your first pick, go.
My number one absolutely has to be, and I don't care this is almost subjective because it's what's funniest to you, right?
Yeah.
So mine's gonna be the faxes from Future Dwight. Cordially, Future Dwight, where he sends Jim pretends to be stole a box of Dwight stationery, took it to Stanford in season 3, and he sends faxes to Dwight as Dwight from the future.
Probably one of the better parts of season 3.
Yeah, and says that somebody poisoned the coffee. Dwight then sees Stanley about to drink from his coffee, sprints across the bullpen, and knocks the coffee out of Stanley's hand. And Stanley looks as mad as ever, as if somebody shredded up his crossword puzzle, and says, "You'll thank me later."
Is it? You said it's. This is I'm Dwight from the future.
Yeah, Dwight from the future.
Dwight from the future.
Yeah,
okay.
And he says, someone has poisoned the coffee. Cordially, future Dwight.
Yeah. Okay. And that's funny because it is who Dwight is, a natural protector.
Right.
And
he believes in science fiction.
And he would think that he was the one smart enough to have his future self come back in time.
Exactly.
And so then that's kind of where I'm going with my first pick is something with Dwight, and that is Fire Drill, where he wants to be the leader of the office.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to have, like, again, with the protector deal, he wants to make sure in his heart of hearts he knows he's doing this for the office's sake. But, of course, the office goes completely nuts where it's every person for
and
themselves.
This coming
every
after,
person for themselves.
Yeah, this coming after, this is the highest Nielsen rated Office episode because it came after what?
The Super Bowl.
Which one?
I can do this.
You got it.
I can do this.
You got it.
I can do this. What season?
The
was it?
an Ohio State player was the MVP.
Steelers, Cardinals.
Exactly.
Okay.
Santonio Holmes.
I was gonna say Giants, Patriots, so I would have been a year off.
Because
okay.
I went. And the only reason I know this is because I got dragged to a Super Bowl party, and all I cared about was
I met my wife there.
No.
That was a couple years later.
That was Steelers Packers. Yeah. No, the only reason I remember this.
Maybe if the Steelers make the Super Bowl this year, you'll meet your second wife.
Hey. Or we'll conceive a baby if the Ravens win a Super Bowl. All right.
Okay.
No. The really reason I got dragged to a Super Bowl party, and I was more worried about the Office episode that was going to be coming on after the Super Bowl than the actual Super Bowl itself because it was the fucking Steelers. I don't want to watch the Steelers win a fucking Super Bowl.
That's a hell of a night. I mean, yeah, if the Steelers weren't in the Super Bowl, you would have had a hell of a night. Like Super Bowl, and then everyone's leaving to go home. Like, where
then
the
you
hell
have an hour-long Office episode. It was a double header.
So I'm going Fire Drill, and I think it's funny too, because like, if I like my parents haven't seen The Office, and like, if I want to show them something that I know is funny, Fire Drill gets super funny, like right when Angela throws the cat and it comes out the other side.
Yeah,
like that's just like the
Save Bandit.
Yeah, it's just the perfect, and then like Kevin stealing snacks.
Right.
So yeah,
and Michael throws the overhead. Remember those from middle school?
Yeah.
Throws the overhead
Projector.
out the window.
Yeah.
Help!
All right, I'll go next. Gotta probably go. It is tough because I don't know which ones are gonna be here when it snakes back around.
Right.
I'll just go. I love Identity Theft is Not a Joke.
Okay. Yep. You got it.
Yeah. So
Dwight impersonation.
Yeah.
You
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
Yep.
Pretty much all I have to say. Dwight freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
Common theme here. It's Dwight centered.
Right.
With these openings, but I have another one I hope you don't take, which was I was trying to get.
Yeah. My next one is gonna be when Michael runs over Meredith.
Damn it! That was it.
The season opener.
Fun Run was gonna be it.
Season 4, season opener.
Oh God!
Another doubleheader opener because
Zach.
This was the year of the writer's strike where they only did a couple episodes, so like the first 3 episodes are all like an hour long. So yeah, that's great. I am very blessed. Crunch. And
how he announces it to the office is funny.
Yeah. Why would you phrase it like that? All right, and then I've got another one. Right, snakes back to me.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go with the burnt foot.
Yeah.
Michael calls into the office, and he's freaking out, and everybody thinks something horrible has happened, and it just so happens he stepped on his, and it leads to one of the greatest. This could be another list. Talking heads from The Office, top 10 or your Mount Rushmore of talking heads, where he's talking about I wake up. I put bacon on my George Foreman grill, go back to sleep because I want to wake up to the sound of crackling bacon. So that's a great one. What do you got?
That's good. I'm pissed you took Fun Run.
I know.
Sucks. I'll just go with it because I think. It's Kevin's chili.
There you go.
I don't think it. I couldn't go without taking that one. It's just like, and it's like a perfect visual too on Twitter still when something goes wrong.
Yep.
Just Kevin's chili, classic one. And then I'll go with my last one. Go with Asian Jim.
Okay.
I like Asian Jim.
Out of left field for a season that not everybody loved.
And it's just perfect. It's like, it's almost like The Office is like, when in doubt, go with the prank of.
Well, yeah, in a pre-fame Tony Park.
Yeah.
from Fresh Off the Boat,
Right.
and The Interview. Played Kim Jong-un.
And Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So this last one's going to be tough for me because I have a lot of different ones that I really like. But I'm going to have to go with... We're going to stay on the trend of memeable moments. We're going to go with the cold open from Frame Toby, where Toby is back from Costa Rica. Michael is fresh off his Holly heartache, and Toby is back. They go into the break room. There's brownies, and Kelly says, "I'm going to take one back for Toby." He's like, "Yeah, send it to Costa Rica." He's like, "I'm probably just going to hand it to him." And he's like, "Haha, funny joke." And Jim's like, "You know, right?" He's like, "No, what?" "Why don't you just head on back to the annex?" He goes back there, and he's like, "Funny prank, Jim. Got me to go to the annex." And then he turns around. Bam! There's Toby. And he screams, if that's where we get the gift.
Yeah.
No. And then he ends up calling David Wallace and being his dramatic self, which leads to him trying to buy drugs from the Vance refrigeration guys.
And I think I missed my memeable moment on my first pick, which I think is up there with the no scream. Is probably one of the most memeable moments from The Office when like anything happens with the NFL. It's like say for instance, Joe Burrow will be in the stadium the day before he signs his contract, and it's Michael. Okay, this is happening. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's not fire drill, right?
No, that is when Ryan started the fire.
That's right. Okay.
But that's not a cold open. Yeah.
Right.
So,
okay.
memeable moment, not eligible for our criteria. You want to go to honorable mentions?
Yeah. I had, real quick, because I only had one that didn't get taken, because I had a list of 7, and we took 8 of them. I liked Halloween, just because Creed shows up, and let's put a smile on that face.
Yeah.
And then, damn it, Creed, I've been up since 4.
I've been up since 4. Or when Dwight tries to say it, and then the elevator closes on his face. The other one that I really wanted to go with, but I didn't because every high school psychology teacher since the dawn of time has done it, the Pavlov experiment with the mints with Dwight. And then parkour. Hardcore parkour! And Andy jumps straight into the refrigerator box.
Is the first cold open, does the series start on a cold open when Michael says people say I'm the best boss? Is that the
That's
first...
not a cold open.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the first line of the series?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any more?
No.
Are you done? Okay, so
I had
also
8, we took 7.
Okay, I've also got the wet cement one.
Oh yeah.
Where Michael shoves his face, force it in as deep as you can.
And the bird dying. Is that a cold open?
No, it's not.
Not a cold open. Okay.
No, because he's at that point he's upset.
No, I'm thinking of. Am I thinking of? Is this a cold open when they hire the guy from the warehouse to go kill the wasp, and he tries like.
Oh, you're talking about Nate?
Nate.
Yeah, that's a cold open.
Okay, that's pretty good.
When did do or die become such a tainted phrase? And then I also have the Scranton Strangler one, which is also from that episode. That is the cold open from the episode we were just talking about. I don't remember which one. Sorry. Got off on a tangent. When we talk about The Office, my brain fires on all cylinders. When he says Gabe says this could turn into another Waco. Let's go back to work, and Aaron's like, it's pronounced wacko. And then Michael takes that jar outside and gets the gravel in there, and he says, this is the gravel from when the Scranton Strangler was captured. Now you take this and sell it, and you could buy yourself a nice spaceship. And then I have the Stanley Oblivious one, where it opens up,
great.
Where Dwight brings,
naked.
yeah, and then Dwight brings a fucking donkey. He's just standing there, and then my favorite one. Pam's wearing a mustache. She goes, "Bye, Stanley, love you." Michael has his little callback to like season 2 where he has his little or season 1 where he has his little cat, that little hand controlled cat with the punching arms. Yeah, it's great.
Last one. Is this a cold open? Is when Andy and Aaron, he goes to Florida, gets her, brings her back, and do they start the episode where they're like at a park bench and they're like singing? You remember that?
They're at a park bench and they're singing?
Yeah, they're in like a park bench and Andy's like, I just drove my girlfriend. And
they're not on the park bench, they're in his Prius. That's not a cold open.
Okay, I know they're at a park bench at some point.
Now it's time for a kiss, and he goes to kiss her. She's like, not till you've broken up with
That's
Katie.
Right,
and he's like, no, that wasn't a cold open.
Okay. All right, Scotty is joining us. Scotty, how are you on a gloomy Thursday with no Reds baseball because it's officially postponed?
Sad face.
I'm kind of pissed, dude. I waited so long for baseball, and now look at this. What the fuck? I can't. I went 4 months without baseball, or without sports. I can't go another day.
It looks like you're going to have to, but you have NBA to bet on too, and that's what we're going to talk about. Making a return is Boardwalk, and guys, we can decide what we want to wager on this.
Should we revamp the song, the Boardwalk
No.
remix?
How about you
for
just
a second season?
How about you just create it in the first place?
Should I book a professional producer?
Oh my
for
God,
us to
Zach!
go
You
down
just
and
put this
record?
off so much that it's like I don't even know anymore.
Why did I put it off?
Why did you put it off? That's a good question.
A professionally produced.
Well, hand
Boardwalk
up, I
song.
just decided to bring back Boardwalk like 3 hours ago when I sent the segment, so it could be my fault. But yeah, we'll talk NBA. And what do you got? You guys want to just we all put $20 in a pot? The first person at the end of football season wins,
Baseball?
or at the end of, huh?
The end of what season?
What NBA and baseball?
Okay.
Because I think we'll do a separate one for NFL.
Yeah.
Or do you want to? Because I think we'll have Nathan on for NFL.
Yeah, agreed.
We'll
This
have
one.
Nathan and Zack.
I mean, NFL will probably have more handicaps because we know it more, and then like
Exactly.
this one can just be like a little bit more fun. Like not our secure the bag picks, even though one of them will be secure the bag pick, but
Yeah. Well, okay, then let's just make it $10. We all throw in a pot, $30 to the winner at the end.
perfect.
Hey.
Or well, $20.
Okay.
10 from each person. And then the stakes will be a little higher for NFL. All right, our first game, and these are going off the Lawrenceburg Sportsbook lines.
Yeah,
so I know they might be different somewhere.
No rogue lines there, Scotty.
We will start first game, and that is tonight. We have Pelicans Jazz already in the second quarter, I believe. Scotty, you start Clippers plus 4.5 at the Lake. I mean, not at, but against the Lakers. Over under 219.
I do like the under, but I'm gonna go with Clippers plus 4.5, and I've already put them as on a previous recent podcast. When we did best bets, I had the Clippers plus 1 against the Lakers, and just because Anthony Davis is playing is not going to make me go on the Lakers side. It might be telling us the fact that the Clippers, I know Anthony Davis is now playing, but the fact that the Clippers are now all the way up to plus 4.5 when they were plus 1
Right.
originally maybe tells you
Right.
Vegas is telling us something, but I'm not having it. I'm not hearing it. Give me the Clippers plus 4 or plus 5.
I like the
where I have it. There's my rogue.
Yep. Told you I said it. I wrote down he will say he got plus 5.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so Scotty's got Lakers Clippers rather plus 4.5. Scotty, we're kind of flipped because I like the Clippers and the under. You took the Clippers, and I'll just take the under.
Yeah.
And my theory is basically the Clippers, Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell both out, Pat Beverly questionable, and then with the Lakers, obviously Avery Bradley and Rajon Rondo out. One's an injury, one's an opt-out. LeBron James has a groin injury. Anthony Davis has an eye injury. Ironic with all that protection he has above his eyes.
Right.
And then, of course, I said with the Lakers, I like both of these teams to go under 5.5 with their win totals of in their 8 regular season games before the playoffs starts. And with the Lakers, they don't really have anything to play for because they have that number 1 seed practically locked down. It would take a miracle for the Clippers to win it. My only concern would be the Lakers go all out this very first game to beat the Clippers and then say, we have a 4.5 game lead with 7 to go. We can just do whatever. Because Frank Vogel already said he's going to use every single player he has for these last 8 games to kind of rest up for the playoffs. So little column A, little column B, it swings towards the Clippers in my mind, which is like why I like your Clippers pick, Scott. But it all translates to me. A lot of different lineups, a lot of moving pieces, not as much camaraderie offensively, and it leads me to an under pick.
All right, Zach,
Yeah.
I don't care about your pick.
Wow.
Zach, this is your first pick ever on Boardwalk.
That's
That's
rude,
true.
Did you,
bro.
That was rude.
What did you do? What you did Boardwalk?
I filled
right?
in for
You
Nathan one day.
Well, you had like your
Oh, I have
Zach's
Zach's
lock
lock of the
century.
week.
right Zach's lock of the week,
Yeah,
which started 2
of the century.
Yeah.
which we will bring back
Lock
for
of the week of the century. That's amazing.
Which we will bring back
we
for
had momentum back then. That was good.
September.
What have we-
Yeah,
what has this
September
podcast
13th,
become?
September 10th,
Last year.
before Thursday. No, I'm talking about this upcoming opening Sunday's the 13th, right?
Yes.
So then that means Thursday
9th.
would be the 9th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, whatever episode comes before September 9th, we will bring that segment back. I just dropped a GIF in the DMs of
It'd be the 10th. You're right.
10th. The two impassioned lovers locking fingers together to symbolize that Shelby and I are together on the under 218.
Okay.
Shelby unders. That's easy.
Hey.
Under 218. They're rusty. They're coming back.
19 actually.
19.
I got that wrong.
219.
Oh, look
Even
at
better.
rogue numbers now, Mr. fucking.
I know, right?
Jesus.
But no, I'm showing you right here on the screen. I don't know where I got 218 from, but there's 219.
I would lock it in at 218. So I would buy a point. In my
sell a point.
Exactly. Sell a point.
Yeah, you'd sell a point.
Why don't you? Because you don't have to be nasty because you're not here.
Well,
okay?
you guys are just, you're in your Zack's in his new house, and he's got the backroom casting couch.
And we're on that.
everything.
We're on that fireball wavelength.
Yeah, we took a shot of Fireball.
Are you guys planning to record a little movie after in that room?
We're in the back. We're in the backroom casting couch.
Hitler's bunker / casting couch.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Ava Braun about to get railed.
Zack gave me a pill and said just bite into it.
A what?
Yeah.
A pill?
What?
Yeah. Do you get that?
That's
joke?
pretty trustworthy. Yeah. You should probably do it.
Cyanide.
It's a cyanide. That's
joke.
how Hitler died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
And Ava Braun. Nope. Hitler shot himself in the head. Ava Braun took the cyanide.
Or he lived in Austria until he was 80.
Not Austria, Brazil.
Same
Somewhere
thing.
in South America.
There's so many people out
It's
there
not
that
United
like
States. It's
German shepherds. It's just so hard to tell who's Hitler and who's not.
Game 2. Boston is a 5-point dog to the Milwaukee Bucks, the Eastern Conference favorites. The over-under's at 218.5. Zack, start.
Over/under for Boston as I get the lines pulled up because I need to go back and look and reevaluate because I'm gonna have to take Boston plus 5
because if it's against Zack's team, you can better believe he's going the other direction.
That's true.
Yeah,
I should have known that.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll own up to that. We just talked about that earlier.
Yeah,
with the Ravens.
It's just I want this segment to keep getting better in terms of handicapping, like being straight, a good mix of like actual news and funny.
Well, let me tell you something, son. No, the Boston, they've got a chip on their shoulder.
Good try.
And Milwaukee, they don't have Pat Connaughton. They don't have Eric Bledsoe. So you know what? I take Boston in the plus 5. It's an easy plus 5.
Picture of us holding hands again in the DMs because I also have Boston plus 5. Boston played Milwaukee tough in the regular season. They beat them by 9 once and they lost by 5 the second time. My big handicap, though, is in this bubble, Milwaukee, like the Lakers, kind of has the number 1 seed pretty much on lock, right? I think. Either way, I think Milwaukee is hurt the worst by not having home court advantage. That's one of the toughest places to play in the NBA. It's no secret. No rhyme or reason, or no doubt about it, I should say. Milwaukee, tough place to play. I think Boston plus 5. Well-coached team with Brad Stevens, one of the best coaches in the NBA.
I'm fading you guys. I'm gonna go Milwaukee minus 5.
Okay.
Mainly because fuck your love fest, but also because Giannis Antetokounmpo is arguably a second-year MVP, second in a row. Even though the NBA doesn't do that because it doesn't reward players for playing well. Ask James Harden. I don't think Eric Bledsoe is a big loss, but I mean Kemba Walker is also day to day, and you still got Chris Middleton, and I think the star power outweighs the Celtics star power, and I think the Bucks need to come out and secure that spot in the playoffs, and they need to come out like with this is a good team to come out and beat and show, or at least like put a stamp that on their 8 games. So give me the Bucks to win by 5 or 6.
Okay, next game. 6. Next game. Houston, a 1.5 point favorite against underdog rather. Over under 228 against Dallas. Doncic versus Harden in the opener. Scotty.
No, Shelby, you go first.
All right, I'll go first. Houston plus 1.5 is my pick. Listen, Houston, before this whole COVID thing happened, they were not playing well at the time. They had lost 4 of their last 5 games, 3 of those against teams with losing records. So how about a nice breath of fresh air in a 4-month vacation? The Rockets, big team to play for in that NBA West, just because they're fighting. They're a team with superstars on their team with Westbrook and Harden, and they feel like, and even their owner said so, is they feel like they have a legitimate chance, and that could be they could be laughed out the room if you want. But the Rockets and Mavericks both sitting at that 40 win mark, that cluster of teams, the Thunder, Rockets, Mavericks, all with 40 wins. So when it comes to two teams that are taking this seriously, like I said with the Lakers, it's not they're not taking it seriously. They just know they have the number 1 seed in the West locked up. It's these two teams. Motivation factor on both sides, but that first game back, I think a lot of these superstars are really itching to get back and shine on a big stage when they know everybody's going to be watching with the first game back. So I like the Rockets plus 1.5, Harden and Westbrook. I'm taking them over Doncic. Should be a good game, obviously, by the line, but over-under's really high at 228 for two of the best offensive teams in the NBA.
Yeah, well, what's a competition if I don't fade you? So, I was going to anyway, but I'm just saying. I'm taking Dallas minus 1.5, mainly because all I need to do is watch or know the fact that Russell Westbrook is still recovering from COVID. He hasn't found his groove yet. I mean, James Harden has.
Who has found their groove yet in the last 4 months of not playing?
Fucking Bull.
That's
Okay.
true. I stand corrected.
Okay.
Anyway, fucking Dallas is playing well in their exhibition game, or in their in their preseason, whatever, the pre-bubble official 8 game. What do you call it? What do you call these, scrimmages?
Scrimmages.
Okay, so they're playing well, and then all I have to do is watch what Westbrook did the other night, and he missed fucking 12 shots in a row, and he looked awful. So I'm taking, and I like the over/under at 228. That's a good line, so I'm not touching it. I like Dallas to win by 2 or more. I like Dallas to win this game anyway, so give me Dallas.
Zach.
I'm going to have to go with the under 228.
And this is a Zach play where he picks the highest over-under and says under.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, and I'll also tell you this. I mean, you kind of piggyback on what Scotty said, although I hate to agree with Scotty. Russell Westbrook looks like garbage. And I think that Harden is going to go for his classic, 3 for 13 from the 3 in the first game back that matters, that kind of stuff.
No, James Harden is tearing it up though.
Dallas is a team that's not known for their high flying. Usually when Dallas gets a good solid win, it's 103 to 89 or
Dallas
something
number
like
1
that.
Scoring team in the NBA.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
So that's my pick, and I'm sticking with it.
Okay. I like it. All right, last game before our bonus and our secure the bag lock. Miami +2 at Denver -2. Over under at 210.5. Scotty, you going to start off with your team? Is that okay? You can go first on this one since it's your team.
Yes, I only wanted to go first, or you to go first last time because you were the last. You're the first one not to go first yet, or the last one not to go first yet.
Gotcha.
I was trying to look up for this game specifically. I was trying to look up how teams cover after scandals. Because Michael Porter Jr. is, going through it mentally, with his whole, COVID.
Maybe he's just woke. Maybe he's just woke.
Yeah, maybe you should be more focused on Jamal Murray having a golf injury, keeping him out of a basketball game.
Hey, that's just a flex.
Level 0.
No, I think the Nuggets -2, and here's why. They have so much momentum going into this game. I'm all about momentum. You guys know me. I'm just all the momentum guy. That's what
momentum?
That's what they call me. This is like the bull hype and the
Who has
the bull hype?
The bull hype.
That's not momentum.
No, that's
momentum.
Hype. No, it's hype.
The bull hype against guys in scrimmages is momentum.
Do you think
yeah.
Bull is worth half a point, if any at all?
What?
It's a lot different in basketball.
Yeah, it's
like
true.
Football, a linebacker like Hightower for the Patriots opting out, that's not even worth a half point.
Right.
But it's different in basketball, so I don't really know.
Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. with his third eye. He might, his wokeness will, help the Nuggets just leapfrog these hoes in Miami.
Scotty, we can add to the Hopeless Fan bet tracker. Michael Porter Jr. over under 10 points in the first game. You taking the over?
Well, let's see
10.5.
Hey.
What's his prop bet?
Yeah,
let's
Look
see
at
the
it. Michael
prop.
Porter Jr.'s prop bet.
I need something to add to the Hopeless Fan bet tracker because it's been I'll just say it's been a minute.
I'd like to take whatever
It
the
hasn't
under
been
is
1 to
on
4 days, and
his
Shelby's like, it's been a
points.
while.
It's been a minute.
It's too long.
It's been about 5 days since we bet Le'Veon Bell when we were in Hocking Hills.
Yeah.
I don't see any player props yet for that game because it's on Saturday. It's the only game on here that's on Saturday.
Damn
hey guys,
well, we'll revisit later in the weekend.
Name all the NBA teams in Florida besides the Heat and the Magic. Is that it?
Heat and Magic? Oh, you mean not in the bubble? You mean that are from Florida? No, it's Heat and Magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, right now I'm seeing the Nuggets have killed it in Miami so far, and so their first game back when they played on the road before the bubble, and so in their first game back, I'm taking that 1-0 record and going 2-0.
This is the hard-hitting sports commentary that brings all the fans here.
I'm going to agree with Scotty, and I'd take Denver -2. Regular season,
baby.
Denver wins by 20.
For rational reasons, though, I would imagine.
I will see. So are we, if Russell Westbrook's recovering from COVID, does that make you concerned about Nikola Jokic?
Nah, he's slim. He's slim boy, and he plays well.
Slim thick.
Slim thick.
Is he slim thick?
Oh, his 9 turnovers?
Yeah, one
we're
game.
talking about scrimmage performances.
Yeah. I'm not worried about that. Point guard.
Oh, okay. So he's only a good passer in moderation.
Well, he's a center.
Well, but he's
that was just a shake-off rust game, you know?
He's been put out as like the next coming of God when it comes to passing until it's time to pass a lot more. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, Miami is Miami not a lot to play for, I feel like. They have plus 3,000. That's the ninth best odds to win the NBA championship. Denver comes in at 8 at plus 2,500, but they're playing in the West too. So a better record, I believe so, with a tougher conference in the West. And I really like Denver. And they're such a sleeper team, I feel like. And even though when Scotty is chirping about them all year, I feel it too, because you look at ESPN and stuff, they don't get the same kind of love in that conference as the two LA teams or the James Hardens and the Nikola Jokic, but still a good solid core from last year's team that took Portland to 7 in the second round. So I think Denver is one of those other teams that it's great that there's no home court advantage rather, because they wouldn't have to go play in the Staples Center potentially in back-to-back series. So
yeah, they're one of those teams.
I upgrade Denver going to the bubble I would upgrade the Bucks that have that more advantage because they're going to play more games at home.
They're one of those teams that I feel like they benefit from it being a neutral court.
Right.
Them, and I also think Dallas. I think Dallas favors from not having. I think they'll be one of those teams.
Why do you say that? I mean, like in Denver, there's the
your
altitude though. Like why would they benefit from having a neutral court?
Yeah, I don't know. Because they're just
no. I would say they benefit from having a neutral court because even in the playoffs, what seed were they coming in
3.
into the West? 6, 5,
Yes.
3, really?
Last year, yeah, they were a higher
even
seed.
before the bubble.
I was saying is that if they made a deep playoff run, they're avoiding having to potentially play because I don't know how the standings would come out, but like Clippers, Lakers back to back.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? If they were to beat the Clippers and then go play the Lakers, they'd be in LA for all those 8 games,
right?
Or potentially play 8 games there.
Yeah.
Have fewer games at home.
Shelby, I'm gonna give you 3 guesses. Well, no. I should give you 2 because there's only 3 options. I'll give you 2 guesses as to what my pick is.
Over.
Got it on. Look at this guy.
Yeah, because it's the lowest over that we have on
I
here.
know. That's why I had you guess it. It's the 210.5.
You gotta come with more smoke than it's the lowest one.
Well, no, that's not why. I just thought you'd get a kick out of it as to why. That's why I picked it. I'll give you a hint. All right. I think that Miami's offense is electric. You have Tyler Hero, the Great White Hope. You have Bam Adebayo. You have Jimmy Butler. You've got all those great weapons. Jimmy Buckets. You have all those great weapons. I don't think any of them are fazed by COVID. I think they're all young guys. I think the teams that are younger, I feel like they benefit more from this because they're young. They think they're invincible. Right?
Same time, you think they also take it less seriously.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that would be a bad thing, right? It's like no fans are even here. Why am I getting up for this game? I have all this ping pong.
No, because you want to go. You want to go get that money, because that money, you're all about that money when you're young. Like when you're older, you've already got a couple contracts under your belt.
I would think the young guys would. The longer they're in that bubble, they get depressed. They're not at the club popping bottles.
I mean, I guess.
Going out to their fans every night. That at overtime in a couple of weeks, the veterans are like, we're closing in. Let's focus on this championship.
Yeah,
and the young guys are like, oh my gosh, how much longer?
Yeah, you're right. The young guys are like, oh my gosh, how much longer I'm being here? COVID was created to create population control, that kind of stuff. No, I get where you're coming from. Absolutely, the young guys definitely do think that.
All right, Zach has 3 totals and 1 side. That's Boston. Scotty has 4 sides, 3 favorites. I have 3 sides and an under. 2 underdogs. Now we go to our bonus pick, and I'll start. Let me preface this by saying that if we're going to pick baseball, this can be baseball or NBA, but if you're going to pick a baseball team, it's going to be a money line bet, because why would you take a run line at -1.5?
Right.
It's the same thing as money line, But let's not take a money line play if they're over -200. For instance, my bonus would not be the Yankees beating the Orioles, when the Yankees were -350 today, and they were -400 yesterday. If it's as long as it's under -200, it's fair game for the bonus. I think that's fair. Okay, so my bonus pick is going to be tonight, and this could be all weekend, doesn't matter. But we have the Dodgers facing the Diamondbacks. Give me the Dodgers, and a reason why. Because they got this new starting pitcher. His name's Ross Stripling. Wasn't even in the rotation until David Price opted out. He delivered. His first start, great outing against the Giants, 1 run in 7 innings. He's got this new changeup everybody's talking about. But the bigger thing is they're facing a guy named Robbie Ray, left-hander for the Diamondbacks, who got shelled his first time out. His ERA's up over 7.30. Give me the Dodgers on the money line. Dodgers, obviously the pick in the National League to win the pennant, so I'm not coming out on a limb here. But the Dodgers, obviously, cooling down after that series against Houston.
Shelby, that's a good handicap.
Thank you.
I like that. Game 1. I'm going to go with the Dodgers. You know why? Because they're good. No, my bonus and my secure the bag is actually both NBA.
Okay.
But I'll start with my bonus.
You and me both, Cut.
I'll start with my bonus, and it's going to be the Trailblazers -1.5, and they're facing John Morant and the Grizzlies. And here's my.
All right, you got -2.
-2. That's okay. I still take it. Hit me with the live lines if what I'm saying isn't accurate. But
yeah, I got you.
I'll still take a -2, and here's the reason why. I think the Blazers are so much better than what their record was going into the bubble, and I think that the spreads are still reflective of how they were before. You know, obviously we know Damian Lillard.
Is this mellow bias?
No. Damian Lillard is a sniper. Yusuf Nurkic is back. And in his bag.
He is the bag, though.
Yeah, he's in his bag and he's back.
Secure the bag.
And so, and Zach Collins is probable, but the fact that they got Nurkic back, and he's probably a top 3 player on that team.
Do the Trailblazers have Whiteside?
Yes.
Hassan, yeah.
Yeah.
And
there you go. All the more reason.
Yeah, so I'd say -1.5, or -2, sorry, is a...
And they dumped off that bitch Myers Leonard.
I like that, Scotty. That's talk about good handicaps. I think you gave good reasoning there, and is reflective in these lines. That's a great statement. Because we try to look for errors that odds makers might make. Is there a Ja Morant bias, you think?
Yes, absolutely. And especially because he's dunking, because he's dunking all over the place in scrimmages. Like, people love him.
Well, it sounds like something you'd be into, that he was killing it in scrimmages.
Hey, now.
I'm just playing.
You're a rock star. Get your game on. Go play.
Hey. Go play.
But yeah, it's Portland. I mean, the Grizzlies. We're talking about reflective. I mean, they're one of the under 500 teams coming in here. So is Portland, and like you said, the record doesn't reflect that. So I like that. It's like when is a team that's 3 games better? Yeah, that's just only 2 points. Yeah, and a neutral court nonetheless. I'd like it even more if the game was actually in Portland.
Right.
But yeah, that's a good
Damian
one.
Lillard
why
is a top
Memphis
5
in the
player
West? That's weird.
In the NBA, and to give just him in his Nurkic is a bona fide good player, like top 15 player at his position. Hassan Whiteside is the same story. I mean, I don't know how they'll play together, but I mean,
he's a top center for sure.
They're both
in an undervalued position in the NBA at this point.
Yeah, don't tell that to Jokic, but yeah.
All right,
He's
Zach,
a point guard.
bonus.
He's not a center.
That's true.
All right. Mine is the Spurs
Slim, thick,
plus
with your
3 against the Kings, ? How did this happen?
Isn't Aldridge out?
I like the Kings.
Nope. LaMarcus Aldridge is playing. Bellinelli
That's
is
not
playing.
true, right?
I don't know. Is he out?
Aldridge had surgery.
Is he out?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
at a
God,
center
Zach.
/ power forward, I still take. You have Bellinelli, you have DeRozan, you have.
He's out for season.
That bench-
So is DeJounte Murray is out indefinitely.
You still have Rudy.
He's like a
You still
great
have
player.
Rudy Gay. You have Trey Miles. You have Patty Mills, and
Tim
you have
Duncan
Lonnie
playing?
Walker IV, one of the most underrated players in the NBA, in my opinion.
And if Manu Ginobili comes off the bench to hit a couple threes, that wouldn't hurt. Tony Parker feeding them?
Here comes that French woman, Tony Parker. No. I think the Spurs are an undervalued team, especially against what seems like an overvalued Kings team. I like the Spurs plus 3. I think they win the game outright. I would money line them, but I'm just gonna play it safe. Go with plus
Take
3.
your plus 3.
Yep.
Hey, Zach, that's actually not bad because check out the Kings' injuries. It's De'Aaron Fox is questionable. Harrison Barnes questionable. Holmes, whoever the fuck that is questionable. Buddy Hield, questionable. Jabari Parker, questionable. Marvin Bagley, out.
It
Alex
calm-
Len,
yeah, calm
questionable.
down, you're
It's like
proving
their
my
whole
point.
standing
the
lineup.
way we're talking, it sounds
That's- I
like
said it
under
was good.
219. The way
It
the
does
Spurs
sound like
play.
under 219.
That's
Sounds
a good
like
under.
219 to
That's
me.
a good under. Shelby unders.
All right.
All right.
We're going to our Secure the Bag lock
Lock
of
out
the
of the
week.
bag.
Scotty.
Let's go. Here's my lock of the week. It's the Orlando Magic plus 1.5. They've been here, guys, and they play the Brooklyn Nets. They've been here. They've played in Florida. It's their home. It's
Scotty,
City.
hold
Shut
on,
the
hold on.
fuck up,
Orlando
Scotty.
is a 7-point favorite against Brooklyn.
7 point. Oh,
Seven
why do I have?
favorite.
Why
Because
do I have?
he read that
this?
7 as a 1.
I don't know how you got to 1.5, but they're 7-point favorites against Brooklyn.
Oh, yikes!
He just, and let me jump in and butt him out because he was so dumb for that. My Secure the Bag is the Brooklyn Nets plus 7.
Oh,
They are-
We have a okay. We
You
need
didn't even
buttons.
let me give my handy tap.
Yeah, seriously. But are you sticking with Magic?
Yes.
-7.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 6.5 point swing.
Because
and
I
he's
can't.
still
I'm not
sticking
going
with
back
it.
now. This is my Secure the Bag, baby.
Yeah, why not?
And here's why. If Zach, wants to let me talk.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was trying to help you from sounding dumb, but if you want to keep going, that's fine.
Were you helping me when you're like, just to reiterate how much of a fucking idiot Scotty is?
I was trying to bail you out, bud.
Well, the Nets don't have Kevin Durant, obviously. Don't have Michael Beasley.
Don't have Kyrie Irving.
Don't have Kyrie. Don't
Durant.
have Wilson Chandler. Doesn't have
have
DeAndre
DeAndre
Jordan. They
do have him.
No, they do not. He's out for the season.
On what grounds?
DeAndre Jordan is not playing.
He's just not playing.
Yeah.
He's just like, not playing.
He's like, I'm good.
He's not.
Did he opt out?
He's out for the season.
For what?
It could have been opting out.
Did he
Yeah,
opt
it just-
out?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
I don't remember that ESPN notification.
That him and Dinwiddie both tested coronavirus, and DeAndre Jordan opted out.
Yes.
Okay.
So, on what grounds, though?
Well, I just don't like Orlando.
Dinwiddie out too.
Dinwiddie.
I don't like
is out
Orlando
too.
favored more than 2 points in any game. I went to a fucking
Yeah, I was
Orlando
just about
game
to say that. He's going to say, I went to a game, and that's why I know everything about them.
Dude, that's terrible.
against Memphis.
I
they
think
barely
I
won.
don't think the Nets are here to take this seriously.
They're not. They're not.
Exactly.
They're not.
Where the Magic could actually,
But the
have
Magic are
hope.
bad. The Magic are so bad.
Zach, here's where we need like sound effects, where we need. So this would be what we call a crossfire.
We need a soundboard.
We need a crossfire, and you could just hit a button, and it's Vince Vaughn in Wedding Crashers. You leave me in the trenches taking grenades because it's a crossfire. That's my dream.
Okay.
That we have a button when we disagree, because if it's a bonus or a secure the bag, and you guys go against each other, you have the whole board to pick from, and
Yeah.
you guys still win
Well,
against each other.
here's the thing:
Yeah.
the Magic covering the spread are 49.2% of the time, versus Brooklyn's 48.4% of the time.
Oh my God.
Well, you know what we can do with those? Just take it. Hey, open that window, Zach, and just throw it out because we're in a new bubble with no home court.
Well, Mr. Handicap suddenly doesn't want me to have a handicap.
Well, I just think you just threw out a stat that has no bounds, and it's both under 50%. And
Chris Levert is not.
It's so new.
Chris Levert is not worth fucking 7 points. So I'm still taking it.
Okay.
They blow him out. That's my secure the bag. Okay, actually, just flip
Orlando's
flop
such a bad
my
team.
bonus and secure the bag.
Although I will say this. What's his face from your 76ers was the only Markelle Fultz was the only one who was on the court balling when I watched that game.
Yeah, because like now it's like Ben Simmons might shoot threes.
He's out. He's out.
Huh?
It doesn't matter. Scotty said he's out. Doesn't
Who,
matter.
Fultz?
Fultz. I guess so.
That? Zach's gonna say any random players.
No, he's actually
he's out.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, hey, there you go.
Okay.
We're back in it.
So, Scotty, I didn't like your 49 versus 48%, even though it is part of your handicap. I'll give you that. But how about the best cover percentage in the NBA belongs to the Oklahoma City Thunder? Not in NBA 2K Sims because they were garbage that night
That's
when
true.
I bet on them in video games. But
in real life,
40 and 24 against the spread, that's because they're undervalued.
you see Chris Paul out
Because
there
without Chris Paul,
throwing
who's their star?
dimes.
Who's
dude.
their star outside Chris Paul?
Nobody.
Who's the guy that grabs
Danilo
headlines?
Gallinari.
Not really.
Nobody.
That dude
Kentucky player.
they
And
got from the
OKC
Clippers.
OKC
Alexander.
-1.
Amadou Diallo, he ain't walking through that door.
OKC -1 against the Jazz, who we all know have a locker room rift that they're trying to put
I don't
Band-Aids
know.
on with Rudy Gobert.
I just heard Rudy Gobert on the Dan Patrick show, and it sounds like he's super positive about things.
Positive test.
Yep. I always forget that he's French. With a name like Rudy Gobert, then he starts talking, and he's like...
I'm sorry for causing
Zach,
all of this.
No.
Was that worth it? Is this worth
Voulez-vous creuser François is what he sounds like.
All right, we have our first. Scotty, did I hear correctly? You want to switch your bonus and
yes, please.
secure the bag? You got it. Who tweeted that? Scotty is now hosting. Scotty undefeated in this game, 2-0.
We'll stay that way.
And now he gets to host. Yeah, he's staying that way until at least next Thursday. It's going to be me versus Zack. And who tweeted that? Zack 0-1, I'm 0-1. One of us got to be in second place. We're going to decide tonight. Scotty, without further ado.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Tweet number 1.
Rudy Gobert would say.
Instead of sending her flowers, it's notes on the fridge every day. And unexpected gifts at unexpected times, that keeps the lawyers away. Don't have a buzz yet. Oh, I do have one buzz. And Shelby gets it right. Zack gets it wrong. Zack said me. It's actually Shelby.
What?
That's a country music song.
Oh, you fucking bitch. I thought Scotty's the only dumbass who would put lyrics on his Twitter.
No, I've looked back to my old tweets, just to be safe.
Shelby's made this fucking segment hard because he's cleaned it up a lot.
And it is a lot of country music lyrics that I tweeted in college. I can't believe you thought you tweeted that.
Jesus.
Oh shit! I forgot.
I sent it to Scotty.
I know. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah,
that's Scotty.
because you're a piece of
Scotty's
shit.
in the.
That's what I said.
I know.
Scotty's. That's what I thought. Scotty's the only idiot who would post lyrics on his Twitter feed.
Scotty, real quick.
Instead of BMW
I
jokes.
completely forgot Scotty's in this too as a host. He can put his own tweets in. All right.
So I'm almost positive that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is the best show ever, and Charlie Day is great. #obsessed. Do I say the date too, or no?
Doesn't matter.
I said it after the question.
This was
after
in
the
2012.
answers. After you reveal who got it right.
Oh.
Can't change it. You've buzzed
Zach
in.
can't change your answer.
Zack said Scotty.
shit.
Shelby said himself. It was actually me.
I didn't say myself.
Sorry.
I said Zack.
You're right. You did say
but
Zack.
it's wrong.
It's wrong. It's actually me. I said that for some reason. I guess I just discovered It's Always Sunny then, and I'll wait for Zack to make fun of me for some reason because that long, bro. I've been watching it since I was a fucking baby.
I got into that. I got into that show after you.
Ooh.
No one plays well in Denver. #GB versus Den. November 1st, 2015.
It seems too easy for it to be himself.
Ooh.
You both get it right.
It
was Zack.
No, it should have been me.
Okay.
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 Can't wait to die tonight. ... Is someone keeping score?
Yeah, I am. 2-2.
Oh, thank God.
Oh God. Can't wait
Can't
to
wait
die
to die tonight. What's the date?
Yeah, can we get a date if we both request it?
Yeah.
November 2nd, 2012.
Oh God. It could have been me.
No.
Okay. Well,
That's
okay.
tough.
I'll bring this up after we all both ring in.
Okay. I ring in.
You both rang in Scotty, and that is incorrect. It was Shelby.
Okay.
It could have been me.
The thing that I was gonna say is that when we asked for the date, that kind of gives it away because I didn't join Twitter till 2013.
Yeah.
So I knew it wasn't me.
Okay, so we can't have the date anymore.
Yeah,
Okay.
No
And
more
I was in
dates.
high school, so what was I tweeting about?
Maybe that country concert you got so blasted
Maybe
in.
dating
That you told me
go
about.
for
initials EB.
That was like 2009. So
Oh,
try again.
Okay.
All right.
Was it Shelby?
Fat ass.
Hey,
Just kidding.
anybody dating that woman would be like, can't wait to die tonight.
All right. Let's move.
Ann Arbor.
Let's move on.
How many have we done? I have a lot of them.
We've done 4.
Okay, cool.
He's about to say Ann Arbor. That's definitely
Ann Arbor is a whore. Well, Columbus was a murderer. Let's just play ball.
Oh.
I wish it was me. Let's just play ball. Oh, God, why is this game so hard? It shouldn't be.
Have you guys both rang in?
I just did.
I did, yeah.
So you both say me. That's wrong. It's actually Shelby.
Oh, my God. What? Cut this out.
All I knew is it definitely wasn't me. I was like, I definitely, I remember every Ohio State tweet I've ever tweeted.
That's a baller tweet by me.
That's a pretty great fucking.
Yeah.
That's a pretty great fucking tweet.
I'll drink to that.
All right.
Guess I didn't research the word my name and then the word whore. I just thought I didn't have to.
Going Christmas shopping for all of my oomphs. One of my followers, I guess that's the hashtag. Tweet me what you want.
God,
Hashtag
easy.
just kidding. Hashtag seriously though. Hashtag just kidding. Hashtag but really.
That feels so easy, but it might not be.
Zack said Scotty, which is incorrect. Shelby with the correct answer himself.
What?
Yeah,
You tweeted that?
was me.
You piece of shit.
God, I had some good ones, dude.
That's
Why
you
didn't
should
I
have
find any of these
changed
when
your
I was
Twitter
doing my
when you-
deep dive?
Shelby, that's why you should have changed your Twitter when you became a big shot so that you could have kept all the fucking archives.
How did you find these?
That's good.
God, I'm getting roasted. What's the score?
It's 3-2.
Oh, okay.
God, you idiot.
All right. I just had so many wrong
CEO
answers.
keeping score.
Jesus. Well, you've got the pen and
Listening to
paper.
Jigglypuff's song
Nothing's stopping you.
is the only way I can fall asleep anymore. Listening to Jigglypuff's song is the only way. You both got it right. It is Zack. I felt like that was an easy one.
Woo! Big time Pokemon guy.
Let's see.
I used to always yell at my dad for calling it Pokemon.
God. I wanted to come back with something there, Zack, but I'm tired.
Just.
I'm
go
not
with
as sad / angry as I usually am. This is weird.
I would have asked for the date, but that would have.
You're both wrong. It's Shelby.
Fair advantage.
I knew it was me. I don't know why.
Yeah,
God, I knew it was me.
On
that
October
sounds like
11th, 2015.
Oh, that was
it's
Bengals
funny.
Seahawks.
Oh, I was gonna say that just sounds like angsty.
That was
high
Bengals.
school me.
That was Bengals Seahawks. I wasn't as angry. So I was like, oh, we'll lose the Seahawks. Doesn't matter. Still 4-1.
They used to be in our division.
You know it's cold out when I bring back the moccasins.
Easy.
Smiley face. Sorry, there wasn't the smiley face in there. You're both wrong. It was Shelby.
Are you kidding me?
It was you?
I'm literally so bad at my own tweets.
I have moccasins. I still do.
Oh my god!
It's throwing me off.
Shelby
that
put the
5 out of
smiley
the
face
last
too.
5 out of the last 6 were my tweets, and I've only gotten one of them right.
No.
The
How many
Christmas
are we
one
down?
is an all-timer. I'm gonna frame that.
That's number 9. We're on to number 10.
How many do we have?
We have a lot. If you guys want to just keep going.
Yeah,
No, I love it.
yeah.
All right.
This is comedy gold.
Rise and grind. 9-hour day. Wish I could just watch college ball today.
This is my Amazon shift.
You
Thanks,
guys are both
Pace.
wrong again. It's Zack.
What? Fuck.
September
I thought that
12th,
was
2015.
Scotty.
You guys
It was
both said
Scotty.
each other, I believe. No,
I said
Shelby
Scotty.
said me. Zach said...
I said Scotty.
Shelby said me as in Shelby, and Zach said Scotty.
We suck.
We're so
Yeah,
bad at
you guys need me
and
on your team.
Scotty is so good.
I don't know why Scotty's so good at this.
I've been waiting all day to see Carrie Underwood sing.
Oh no.
You're wrong, Zach. It's Shelby. He got that right because
Damn it.
I also have another
I was
Carrie
about to-
Underwood one that
as soon
is
as I
just
hit as
duh.
soon as I hit send, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's Shelby. It's country music."
okay.
Fuck.
In all caps, sack lunch.
As soon as he said all caps.
Yeah,
I
you guys both
said
got it
that.
right. Finally, geez, Shelby got that one. Let's see what else is there. I want my tweets to inspire people.
God.
Ugh.
You guys are both wrong. It was Shelby. Just kidding. It was me.
What the fuck?
Why would you say
It was
that?
me.
I don't know.
It was me. It was me. It was me. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Oh,
it
okay,
him.
I was
It
gonna say
him.
that's
Okay.
such a Scotty tweet. I was gonna boycott.
Yeah, I was like, why the fuck would you say that?
I only want what everyone else wants.
Seems like that's like a punchline should be coming there.
You guys are both right again. Yikes.
Deep
down-
sad boy emo tweets.
I'm
Just
down
like
two,
Oh,
I'm
dude.
down 2, right?
Yeah.
That's please Denver.
Wait,
that's the
Yes.
tweet.
That's the
Please,
tweet?
please, please, Denver.
Yeah.
feels like a trap.
It's definitely a trap.
Did you guys both ring? No. Zach didn't.
I haven't rung in yet.
I have.
I have not. I wish I could ask for the date.
Actually, now I know I'm wrong.
I'm gonna go
Just
with
go.
out of left field.
No, it's Shelby. In 2015.
Yeah,
Fuck!
I knew it was me as soon as. What was the date on that?
It was December 20th, 2015.
I thought he was
Denver,
about to-
Pittsburgh.
I thought he-
Denver, Pittsburgh. In Pittsburgh.
I thought he was gonna pull like something out of it, like recently where I started betting.
Yeah.
Where I had Denver and something.
How many more of these?
2 more, I think.
Okay.
Okay, it leaves me room to tie it.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of screenshots.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And I've just been, way to go, America.
I have no idea. I think I have
You
one.
both got it right. It is Zach.
Okay.
There's a
Can't
picture
win.
attached to that, but apparently I didn't feel like it should have been in there. What
probably
the
like
fuck is
some people
dragon
that-
fruit? WTF is dragon fruit?
This is a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Zach said me, as in himself, and that is incorrect. Shelby with the correct answer, me.
What? I feel like I tweeted. It might have been a Facebook status.
Apparently you didn't.
Might have been a fake.
And that'll do it. Shelby with the victory.
All right, we got to win. 10-7. Standings update. Scotty 2-0.
I'm 0-3.
You're 0-2.
0-2.
Yeah, you're trash at this.
That's right, because I hosted the
Wait,
first one.
should we say some of the bomb tweets from that just real quick?
Can you just read me back my Christmas one?
Of course. Going Christmas shopping for all my oomps. Tweet me what you want.
Oops.
Hashtag just kidding. Or hashtag
Shel-
JK. Hashtag seriously though. Hashtag JK. Hashtag but really.
I didn't even know Shelby understood hashtags, let alone years ago.
Ann Arbor is a
No,
whore.
seriously.
Well, Columbus was a murderer. Let's just play ball.
God, dude, I was Damn, that's so good.
You want another one, cut?
Let's just play ball.
All right, what are some honorable mentions?
I said all of them.
Do we have any extras? We used them all.
Oh, you
yeah,
did?
we used them all.
Oh, okay. All right, is that our show?
Hey, that's our show.